These are some of the few remaining traces that Rashida has left of her firstborn. Her husband was killed as they fled Myanmar late last year, and her 10-year-old son Mohammed has gone missing since they arrived in Bangladesh.
My daughter is always crying. She says that she will never see her brother in the future.
Rashida is one of roughly 70,000 people to flee Myanmar since October, where the long-oppressed minority Muslim Rohingya community has been subject to a brutal crackdown by military forces. And in this makeshift home of the displaced and vulnerable, it seems that other children are going missing too. Among those raising the alarm are Action Against Hunger, which is aware of 16 suspected abductions since January. Because of a long history of persecution, an estimated 300,000 to 500,000 Rohingya now reside in Bangladesh, and many live here, in Kutupalong camp near the Myanmar border. But the NGO, which offers protection in the form of a child care centre, is particularly concerned about the vulnerability of newly arrived Rohingya.
They don't have any support, they have to make a living, so they have to be separated from their kids, so they have some kind of social mechanism or some kind of setup where they're leaving the children assuming it's safe, and they're going to try and earn some living. And those are kind of separations, like when they're separated, that's also the highest risk.
So far, little is known about the true scale or nature of the problem. Lacking citizenship, many Rohingya fear approaching the authorities. But with human trafficking networks well established in the region, concern is widespread among parents and teachers.
We're very sad about losing these children. We're even hearing that they are taking the kidneys from some of the children.
Efforts are ramping up to spread awareness over the issue. Meanwhile, all Rashida can continue to do is search, hope, and remember the little boy she once held.
I expect that I'll get him back if Allah wishes.
Elsewhere in the camp, others are sharing the same prayer for their missing children. John Owens, for VOA News, Kutupalong Camp, Bangladesh.